Whoops. I was downloading something, my bad. So these are fucking insane. My friend and I Okay, now it should be. Okay. There it goes. Anyway, what the fuck had happened was there was no sound. Play the goddamn sound. Oh, there it goes. the the girl that he found, I was just like, what the fuck? Just like, kind of like, just like it was Halloween, just wearing like, yeah, like clothes like someone that was fucking homeless would wear. Just like, just fucking didn't fit. It was just like someone else's clothes, like ratty hair, and then we get out, and there's like, I'm just like, I get this vibe. I'm like, I feel like, I don't know, this person seems untrustworthy or something. Something's fucked up. And what had happened was that we took them somewhere, and they said like they ran an Airbnb or something. But this is where it gets fucking crazy. But what it actually turned out later is after she started like staying with them and shit, and like saying she didn't have a place to stay, and her people that she's staying with are crazy. Of course, it's like the story every single time that everyone else is the problem and not them. And she tried trying to stay at like his house, but like they have strict rules. He's already staying with someone, so they couldn't. And then I'm not gonna say your fucking name, dude, but and then the business, no, she like I guess tried to trick him into staying at my place too, even though he didn't tell me that. He just said that she's gonna come over for a few days. Well, he goes to his family so they don't interrogate her or some shit. I don't know why that would matter. But anyway, this was the chick. Just like showcasing boobs.
Some really big news.
A lot of.
Yours truly may get a chance to run around on the big screen. Just make sure you vote for me every single day for the Face of Horror contest. I'm super excited. I've been nervous about it for a while. I'm going to post a link with the video. My name is also spelled Kittie.
Spells her own name.
And last name Evangelin. It's Kittie Evangeline for the Face of Horror. I hope to see you out there soon. And have unpleasant dreams. And have unpleasant.
Yeah, you just said that.
Hello, my darlings.
Oh, you can't see the titties now because it's behind my head.
Hello, my darlings.
That was the titties, and then I don't know, just random shit, like just random singing and shit. But then I found out this is a fake name, cause the real person had a history where, ta-da, they beat up an elderly person. Allegedly assaulting her 79-year-old landlord by striking him in the face during an argument. And which I think she told my friend that she did hit an old man who's basically probably almost dead, especially after she hit him. But it was because he was hurting his wife. It doesn't say anything about that in here, unfortunately. We didn't find, I don't know if there's much other stuff about this charge. But felony 3 bond $5,000. Oh shit, it's not looking good then. This makes the look changes a lot. Much fatter and like washed out then. Looks kind of like one of those, like a dude you find on some type of hard drug. Fat dude, like the fucking guy from Touch Me to the Fence.
The Association for...
I learned the job slow.
Retarded?
It's not coming up. Shit. I was clicking random ones and I couldn't find it. Oh, Fed Smoker. That's what it looks like. Boop, 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 boop. I got just a smaller head. So she beat the shit out of her, striking him in the face during an argument. The victim's not seriously injured. He was arrested and charged with injury to the elderly. I didn't even know that was an extra charge. It's like they noticed that it was elderly injury. Felony 3, bond $5,000. Currently in jail at press time. But it was weird because I was like, yeah, this doesn't sound right. And I was saying no, like I didn't want this person to stay in my fucking house. Because she told us like that she was bipolar. And sometimes just loses, or no, Tourette's. I was thinking bipolar. And that, I'm gonna have to fucking block her after this too. She's try to follow me and stay here. That when she'd have like an outburst, she would like sometimes direct it at someone and just couldn't control it. Like it would just be fucking gone. Here's the funny part is here's the one with her, like I think one of her original name. She seems kind of weird, like the name seems shortened. And it was this was funny too. We were looking at this. It shows like her, I guess her ex-husband, and this dude is like so. It looks like he's so familiar with the police, like getting arrested, that they'd asked to like do like a photo reenactment of what they used to do when they're back in their days. It's like, yeah, let's do some fucking crackhead shit. You want to take a picture of you arresting me like you did that one day? And you fucking bent me over and shoved your cuffs up my ass. That shit was hot. You're like, yeah, all right. Like he seems seriously concerned after doing it. He's like, oh my god, this guy right here. It's like, are you really fucking enjoying this? This is not good. He's got that evil smile like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking get you motherfuckers. I don't know, it's a picture of Twinkies. I guess she's these fat ass, what did he say? That one guy's these fat ass bitches need to get on then. Please ask for the key only for my customer. So this is probably the original Airbnb she's talking about, with some fucking janky ass like child's door from like the 18th century. It was like a shack. That was the Airbnb they put her in charge of. But so they kicked her out. And my friend was like, yeah, I just kind of didn't say she's planning on just staying in your house indefinitely, even though I said 3 days, because I thought he's saying I thought that she would. She just said she was gonna stay there until she got her $900 check, which I guess she's been telling him that as an excuse for like a month now, because they know each other. Holy shit! Let's see if we can find. I mean, this guy's fucking nuts too, but. Woman beats just for reference. There's another story after this too.
You called his name.
This is America, right?
And you summoned him. So
Oh no, did I have to?
this is wild.
This
Because-
is a
No, he's not.
When do you think he might be available for one?
Not for a while.
How long's a while?
I'm not gonna be available for a
This
while.
is News 6 at 4. Getting results, I'm Lisa Bell.
And I'm Julie Broughton. Thanks for being with us.
I'm Ginger Gads.
Holy
Seeing them in
shit!
handcuffs. Just hours after a 74-year-old
oh my
Ronald
God.
Hollingsworth was brutally beaten with a cutting board over his prescription.
Holy
Orange
shit!
County deputies arrested the two
A
women
cutting
who they
board.
say were behind the attack.
I didn't think it was going to happen
Trying
this
to
quick.
cut him with
I'm
it.
very pleased with.
Oh god. Yeah. And he also said, I thought it'd be okay if you stayed there because your neighbors, I don't think your neighbors would mind. Like, they don't care about noises. I'm like, it's just like one of the quietest places I've ever heard of. Like here where I am, it's just like stone quiet all the time. I think because that's the way they like it. I guess. Unless they just stay in their houses and we can't hear anything inside. So some bitch is screaming at the top of her lungs because someone fucking like said hello to her and she had a Tourette's attack, it would be fucking a nightmare. Would probably fucking kick me out. I don't know. Maybe not, but look at this. Is this two bitches picking up fucking 87-year-old man?
With new video, we're getting
This. You get kicking and throwing with city nursing. Something
Oh, it's at a nursing home.
has happened here before. Disturbing surveillance video taken from inside a Texas City nursing home.
I don't even know how to explain it to you, man. It's just
Oh my
very
God.
shocked, you know. Like, damn, that really is happening to my grandpa.
Two caretakers seen pushing, kicking, and throwing with Sandra
That's a
Solis's
grandma?
87-year-old grandfather,
Oh,
an
grandfather.
amputee with
He's got one
arthritis.
leg.
You can see where she's closing the curtain, and you can see her the nurses, but she has her hand, her fist like this, and you know she's like gonna pound on it. And then they were back there, you know, her fist like this, and you know she's like gonna pound on it.
Oh my
And then
God.
they were back there with the curtain closed for about 15-20 minutes.
We're blurring with Sandro's grandpa's face for his safety, but he's hospitalized with a neck brace, bruises, and
safety?
2 black eyes.
What is someone
Sandro
gonna
says the nursing
think he is the perpetrator and go kill him?
home called him, claiming his grandpa was sent to the hospital after falling
Anyway.
out of bed.
I'm like, what happened?
Oh my God, they lied about it, of course.
To you? Oh, I got in a fight. And he got in a fight with some ladies. Yeah, they jumped me. That's what he was telling me, that they had jumped him.
Wasandro says his family
Yeah, they
put
did.
this camera inside the room after their grandpa complained about issues in the past.
They knew the camera was there. I mean, it wasn't hidden. We put a sign on my grandpa's door that there's video surveillance inside the room.
The caretakers, Lisa
They
Cooper
looked right
and
at it.
Keisha
It's
Johnson,
fucking
both arrested
arrogance,
Thursday,
dude.
charged with injuring an elderly
That's how you
person,
get rid of
a
that shit?
second-degree felony.
Second degree does not sound good. Especially third degree. I wonder what the fuck she did to get a third degree felony.
Fired for
Like, what the fuck?
violating company policies, adding we have no tolerance for behavior that jeopardizes the health and safety of our residents.
Jesus.
The 2 workers
He's like, what the
arrested
fuck? So it gets even crazier. If you think this story is fucking, like, kind of dark, which it is, but it's also so fucking wild, it's like funny. Because the guy wasn't that seriously injured. He's not in a neck brace or anything. This for holy shit. This guy. And it doesn't say anything about the dude beating his wife, which you think you'd be able to tell if it was an older man beating his wife, because the bruises show up wicked easy on an old person. You could fucking just touch them too hard, and they get fucking bruises. Like their skin, like you lay on it wrong and it fucking gets bruises. I had fucking grandmas and shit fall over and shit, and I had to help them back up. Because I pushed him down the stairs. No, there's no stairs, and she was flat. But anyway, or like she would just like lay in her chair for too long, and her hands, like rubbing her hands too hard. RP grandma. Grandma, I love you. But so, and then also it's kind of weird too. You imagine like an 80-year-old, basically 80-year-old man. The fuck is that even? That looks probably a lot like the dude we just saw. Look. Oh, that is a healthy one. This is what it's just shown like athletes, of course. This is what an 80-year-old man looks like. Probably this one, the landlord. Let's just say it's a landlord. And you expect that man to be like fucking beating the shit out of his wife? I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, but usually men usually die before women. So this motherfucker probably, you know what I'm saying? He's, you know what I mean? He's probably dying before her. She's probably big kicking his ass because he's not getting rent from these fucking crazy bitches fast enough. Oh my god, the next one I met like it was like a supposedly recovering drug addict, but I don't believe, because she's still staying in a house with like fucking someone that was just smoking meth and shit, like dogs around her. But this was fucking wild, this one. So what had happened this time is somehow she smoked so much meth, her body was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I never even heard this. I guess your nerves and your thumb can get like locked, so you can't move your thumb. Like, you cause so much nerve damage. Like, maybe in your brain, like the synapses is just stuck on, so you're just constantly flexing your thumb, which must get really tiring and like hurt. But I'm just doing it for like a couple seconds, and I already feel like kind of strained. Like, it was tight too. It was fucking like locked, like you're trying to fuck somebody out, like a fucking little lizard with your thumb. Or like you've been playing fucking 14 hours like on PS5 or something. And that shit was crazy. It was like Quasimodo. I mean, I even had a girlfriend before that she didn't have that, but she just had like shrunken thumbs. Like, just her thumbs were smaller. Like, the rest of her hand was like perfectly normal. But both thumbs, not just one, but both thumbs are like this short. Like, beep, 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 beep. But so what had happened there was this motherfucker had like the thumb fucking press up on her fucking hand, like it was trying to show him something, and then like it was like, hands up, motherfucker, or his nervous thumbs. It's trying to show her how to fucking quit math, because you can't. I think you need your thumbs to light. But they're like sleeping under bridges. This is like in Lancaster, California. The other one was L.A. Sleeping under like dirty holes and shit, like dugout holes. And she told me like the whole lowdown of how like people fucking, yeah, out in the desert, and like just under a cactus, and it's like sleeping under a cactus and shit. I don't think there's that many trees out there. And like but what would happen was I guess she told me like that they would go out or stay up at night like really late, and then people would like smoke their fucking tweak meth, and then that would allow them the great privilege of not sleeping, which makes you feel fucking fantastic, especially after you're hungover after doing some fucking crazy ass list of drugs. Like, I was probably kind of bad to look up just on a browser, but if you look up the ingredients, oh, there's porn, great. Ingredients of meth, it's like fucking insane. I think actually one of the last girl, one of the things that she was taking, like Prilosec or whatever, is like an ingredient. She knew that. So I'm guessing she was fucking probably doing that too. Maybe it doesn't really have like fucking that much of a mental disorder. It was just greatly increased by so much chemical imbalances of drugs. But they would stay up and they'd all steal from each other. What the fuck is meth made out of? It shows what if you lost your control. Sulfur, copper salts, red dye, pain reliever, methosphosphatidylcholine, amphetamines, other stimulants, sulfur, copper salts, phosphorus is extremely toxic chemical, is used in manufacturing process, and if not fully washed out, the meth of purplish look to it. Fentanyl, isn't that the shit that is just straight up killing people? Or other synthetic opioids that are fatal in small doses. Meth mouth rot or deteriorating teeth, internal organ damage. It just fucking destroys you. It's like the dumbest thing you could ever do. It's like, it's like, yeah, I guess you get high, but your body's eating itself away or these drugs eating your body from the inside out. You're gonna be so much more fucking pain after. Your brain's gonna feel so much worse because all your dopamine and serotonin receptors are fucking burnt out. Damage. So what the hell had happened was they told me some other stories too. Like, so they smoke, stay up all night, not all morning. I guess during the day too. I don't know if it's possible, but and then they just steal from each other, and then just to get more money to like get more meth or whatever. And also they'll go out and like steal from other people like in the town and shit. You know, like so, because I was like fucking outside just talking about this shit, and there's people like walking around. Just in the fucking middle of the night, dude. And then, show me some like wild ass fucking stories. The one that I remember the most was some dude was at the bar that they were talking to. I don't really just met this person. Some guy was like driving around, like he also had a Nissan Titan, but had like ghetto ass like 20s with like barely any tires. So you just break your fucking rim the second you go out and hit a pothole or an off road. And he's like driving around he would just start fights with all the girls and like just be like, you're a stupid bitch, and like scream in their face and like fucking assault them. You going to die tonight, bitch? But he used to like, she said, oh, he's in the gang. He's in the local gang or whatever. But I was like, but she said he's a user, so like a drug user. So I'm like, doesn't that just mean that the motherfucker is like, you know, not actually in the gang, but they're just using him as like a pawn to like sell drugs to him and his friends? She's like, yeah, that's actually more accurate. I was like, okay. And then I gave myself a pat on the back for figuring that one out so fast. And then he did start screaming at some girl. He said, what the fuck, you want to talk some shit? Or like some like, you know, this is like a ghetto hoochie mama. She looked like she fucking crank one out, knock you down. And then she told me that, like, the wildest story, I think it's just fucking end on this one, because there was probably a couple of them, was that apparently the tweaker dude that sustained them wanted to like trade her sex for drugs, I think, for meth, I think, but she didn't want to do it with him. I guess maybe she probably had done it with some other dude. I don't fucking know. I can't remember all the stories. There was so fucking much talking. Just bantering on, but and because she didn't do it, I guess he like set up this like fucking Michael Myers shit where she went, or he went and like put a slow leak in her tire or something. It took the air out of her tires. So that by the time she drove out of their little like fucking tweaker commune, you know, like the little just like shacks of like scrap metal they found out in the desert and like wood panels and shit and like just some like one blanket or something, not anywhere adequate enough. And they like once the tire was deflated enough, he knew that she could only drive like so far before she would stop, I guess. So it was probably already just flat. Probably just drove on it for a while and didn't figure out what the fuck's going on. Because I don't know how you time that. Sometimes it takes a really long time for a tire to lose all its air very slowly. It could take up to like fucking, I don't know, probably like, it's all night, it's like 5 hours. And they're probably not that fucking smart. And then the tire went out, but he like ran up to it, and I guess that was because it was just far enough away from their little, you know, shithole that they could, like, they couldn't really see her anymore as much or pay attention. And then he like, I guess he like pulled her out and like hit her in the head with like a fucking metal tire iron, but he was like offering like to help change the tire or something. And like he was the one that did it. And then fucking fucked her or like raped her, and then there was a kid, her kid was in the back like watching. I was like, what the fuck? This is like the most fucked up shit I've ever heard. And then I guess she like woke back up and saw her kid was crying, and he was like enjoying, like laughing or something. And then he fucking hit her again in front of the kid. I was like, what the heck? And then they like, he just like left him there, I think. Or did he try and steal her drugs or something, or a car? I don't know, probably. And then the people in their camp or whatever found out, and they went and like fucking, I think they either beat the shit out of him or they killed him. I think they might have killed him. So they took care of him. So that, like, and using mafia terms, like, legitimately, just a term, not that they're in the mafia, because it's just a bunch of fucking tweaker people who want to just get high and like ruin their life and everyone else's around them they come in contact with. But I think they fucking took that guy out. It's probably a good thing, obviously. Seeing how fucking you can just hit and fucking rape someone in front of their kids. So that's a great story for today. Now, you want to enjoy a super stream? Want to watch some gaming? Yeah, that was fucking wild. Like, I feel like you could definitely make that into one of those fucked up, like, horror movies or whatever the fuck Hollywood they do, like, serious shit, or like a make you feel bad, like a fucking documentary. Because there was more shit. She was saying, like, that I didn't live out in the, like, I asked me if I lived out in, like, the middle of nowhere or something, like, in the desert. I was like, yeah. I'm like, I live in a fucking RV, like an RV park. And it says, like, no, that doesn't count. I'm like, there's only like one place around here, and then everything else is like fucking drive, like, 15 minutes away, like at 80 miles an hour. So it's not really, I don't know how much more desert I had to get than that, than the desert. Just mainly some fucking houses and then bushes. But I guess it's just because of her version of that is you have to be in a fucking like half dug out hole with like piss and shit in it and like meth heads and like a shack for it to like count with like 110-degree weather and that without any power or water. And the only way that counts is living out in the desert. Technically live anywhere in the desert, you're out in the desert. But definitely a lot more nature around me. But I don't know, people just fucking they have like, because they're fucking addicted, they just have weird attachments to like egoic arguments and fucking weird like emotional responses to fucking just regular nuances of conversation. It's like, what the fuck? Everything was like a fucking crazy argument, wicked offensive, and I was like, what? Just like saying that I live in the desert. It's weird. I don't know. People are fucking fucked up sometimes. They have some fucking weird past, and they just carry that shit with them. Yeah. So that's it. Hope you had a great time. These are the telltale signs of mass production. This I just read over here. So yeah, not everyone is the same person. I guess this is the takeaway all the time. Sometimes they're fucking one person one time, and then the next time you see him, it's because they've either done some kind of meth or they have some type of mental disorder, which makes them a fucking monster. And they're gonna steal your shit and fucking cause a dramatic explosion of violence and hit an elderly person. Yeah, baby. Alright, I should be back in 5 seconds. I guess that's how